In this video, I am going to talk about one of the most prominent figures of India's independence movement, Subhas Chandra Bose. Subhas Chandra Bose, also known as Netaji, was an Indian nationalist leader and prominent figure in the Indian independence movement against the British colonial rule. He was born to Prabhavati Devi and Janakinath Bose on January 23rd, 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha, India. He studied at the Ravenshaw Collegiate School. He displayed exceptional academic talents and passed his matriculation examination with outstanding results. He went on to study at the University of Calcutta, where he excelled in philosophy and won a prestigious scholarship to study at the University of Cambridge in England. Bose is known for his effort in seeking foreign help to fight for India's independence and his establishment of Indian National Army, that is INA, during World War II. He believed in a more militant approach and formed alliances with Axis powers like Germany and Japan to gather support. Bose's actions and ideologies have sparked debates and discussions over the years, and his legacy continues to be a subject of interest and admiration in India's history. Subhas Chandra Bose was born in a well-educated and politically active Bengali family in Odisha during the British Raj. The early recipient of an Anglo-centric education, he was sent after college to England to take the Indian Civil Service examination. He succeeded with distinction in the vital first exam but refused to taking the routine final exam, citing nationalism as a higher calling. Returning to India in 1921, Bose joined the nationalist movement led by Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress. He followed Jawaharlal Nehru to leadership in a group within the Congress which was less keen on constitutional reform and more open to socialism. Bose became Congress president in 1938. Bose was deeply influenced by the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and developed a strong sense of patriotism and social justice from an early age, and was also drawn to the concept of serving the downtrodden and marginalized sections of society. His exposure to European political thought during his time at Cambridge further shaped his ideas about nationalism, social justice, and anti-imperialism. Upon returning to India from England, Bose became actively involved in the Indian National Congress and quickly gained a reputation for his passionate speeches and radical ideas which were innovative approach to politics. He was elected as the mayor of Calcutta in 1930 and later served as the president of Indian National Congress in 1938 and 1939. His tenure as Congress president was marked by his emphasis on complete independence, that is Purno Swaraj, and his belief in direct action. However, his differences with Mahatma Gandhi and the Congress leadership led him to form his own faction within the party. Known as the Forward Bloc, Bose's strong-willed and assertive nature sometimes brought him into the conflict with Mahatma Gandhi and other Congress leaders. He believed that India's fight for independence required a more assertive and militant approach, while Gandhi advocated non-violence, civil disobedience. These differences eventually led to Bose's resignation from the Congress presidency in 1939. During the World War II, Bose believed that India's fight for independence could be advanced through global circumstances. He sought help from Axis powers like Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, aiming to create an armed force to liberate India from the British rule. During the World War II, Bose saw an opportunity to use the global conflict to his advantage. In 1941, he escaped from house arrest in India and traveled through various countries, eventually reaching to Germany. He established the Free India Center in Berlin and began seeking support from the Axis powers to form an armed force that would liberate India. In 1942, he traveled to Japan and established the Indian National Army, that is INA. In 1942, he escaped from the British surveillance and traveled to Germany and later to Japan, where he established the Indian National Army comprising the Indian prisoners of war and civilian volunteers. The INA's efforts were directed towards liberating India with the support of Japan's military might. Although the INA's campaigns in the Eastern Front during the war had some successes, they ultimately faltered due to various reasons, including the defeat of Axis powers. The INA conducted military campaigns in Southeast Asia with the aim of liberating India from the British rule. Bose's charismatic leadership and the INA's efforts gained popular support among Indians. The INA's battles, including the capture of part of Manipur and Nagaland from the British forces, remain significant episodes in the struggle for Indian independence. Subhas Chandra Bose's fate became a subject of controversy. It is widely believed that he died in a plane crash in August 1945 in Taipei, Taiwan. However, due to lack of concrete evidence and conflicting reports, conspiracy theories about his survival persisted for decades after his reported death. Bose's contributions to India's freedom struggle and his revolutionary ideas continue to inspire generations. He is remembered for his courage, determination, and his vision of a free and united India. His slogan Jai Hind, that is victory to India, remains an iconic rallying cry. His legacy has been celebrated in various forms, including films, literature, and public commemorations. In conclusion, it can be said that Subhas Chandra Bose's legacy continues to be celebrated for his unwavering commitment to India's independence and his bold approach to achieving it. His contributions and ideals remain an integral part of India's historical narrative and serve as a source of inspiration for those who value freedom and social justice. Thank you for today.